Food markets only.
Meet Susie, smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my dolly sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
It's really alive. It's almost scary.
It's alive!
Yeah, that kind of alive.
It's alive!
Well, this is what I look like now. Not what I look like when this started, but what you see is what you get. This is prednisone. Not a fun drug. But anyway, I am live from Michigan. All you naysayers who said I was never going to get here, or I really wasn't sick, so I didn't need to get here, you're going to kiss my prednisone because I'm here. Oh. Well, part of me is anyway. See, new marshal in town popped in like hours ago. I don't know where he is now, but he was here at 10:25 this morning doing something. This isn't going to be a really, really long show for a couple of reasons, not the least of which is I don't know where my cameras are. I have yet to find the box with my cameras, my USB port extender thingamadoodles, the stand for my microscope, and my good microscope got broken. I found it in a box with a broken camera, but so I don't have a microscope right now. I took part of the money from my Virginia utility deposit refund and went out yesterday. I bought myself a birthday present. So if I do find my other cameras, I would be real happy. But I bought this one, and it's a little bit higher quality than the one I had. Muswat! Hi, honey. So this is what I bought for my birthday. And that's the only working camera I have right now. I was going to go today, but I had other things I had to take care of. I'm going to go tomorrow and see if maybe that box accidentally got stuck in the storage. So anyway, it's going to be a fairly short show. I just wanted to play with camera angles a little bit. I still haven't got it quite where I want it. If I move way back here, it's a little better. As you can see behind me, I am nowhere close to being done unpacking, but today, like I needed to bring something else into the room. I got a piece of furniture that somebody was actually had brought it down the elevator, and they were getting ready to take it out the door. And the older lady that was with them said, I don't know how you're going to get rid of that big old thing, but get it out of here, something along that line. And I asked the guy, well, what are you going to do with it? And he said, oh, I'm just going to dump it on the curb and let somebody take it. And I said, well, can you take it back upstairs to apartment number so-and-so? Because I would love to have that. So I'm going to show you what I got. It doesn't really go with those shelves, but it goes with all the other furniture I own. And I got it for free. And I've been going, I had to rent a car for my birthday. So I've been going around looking for a curio china cabinet thing to, let me see, which way am I going here? Anyway, the big brown cabinet with the dishes in it, I got that for free today. And it has tons of storage in it. I've just got my dishes sitting in there right now. But I was real happy to get that. But see, I still got boxes piled over there. It's my new desk. Sir Benji came and put it together for me. And he put together M3's kitty house and my TV stand and a whole bunch of stuff. Now I've lost my camera angle. Oh, pooey. So let me see if I can get it focused back on me and not so much on the pile of boxes. Hopefully, I will find my camera. I'm in a lot of pain. Just bear with me here. I'm going to tell you a story. Since I haven't been to get any coins yet, I got to go to open a bank account anyway. So, and I know where there's at least one decent coin store because Sir Benji showed me where it is. But after I moved, I ended up having to go to the emergency room. That was because we thought I pulled the muscle. We didn't know what it was, but it hurts like heck when I walk. So when you're in between insurance policies, they don't really much care. But they never did figure out what was wrong with me. And having a procedure at the hospital in 3 days. Hope it's not the hospital I was at. But anyway, I go in there. I mean, I'm walking with a walker. I can barely move. I'm hurting like heck. And I showed them where the pain was. And they did a whole bunch of tests, blood work and CT scan of my abdomen and pelvic region. and scanned my lower body to make, well, pretty much my whole body, to make sure I didn't have any blood clots, because I had had that pulmonary embolism before. So I'm going to show you this just because I think this is about the dumbest thing I have ever seen. It's a section of my medical records that says, today's visit, reason for visit, and diagnosis. Now, pay close attention, kids. Come on, focus. Yeah, that was no help whatsoever. So then they gave me antibiotics and said they thought maybe you have a bladder infection. Emphasis on maybe. But nothing at all in the tests, you know, the labs or any of that. Absolutely nothing there that would back up that guess. Then they give me, yeah, I mean, by that point I'm in screaming pain, and it's a good thing I brought my own medication with me, because the only thing they gave me for pain was one pill out of my own medical stuff. They didn't give me anything. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. And then they were going to make me sit for 4 hours till like 4 o'clock in the morning to get a ride home from the Medicaid medical transportation. And it was like 10:30 or so. So I called Sir Benji and interrupted his poker game, but he came and got me and took me home, because he's a good sport. So if y'all don't watch Sir Benji, you need to. He's one of the good guys. But I have not had a chance. Like I said, I can't find my cameras. I went and bought myself this one. But while I was out, I learned an interesting thing. Let's see if I can find the third piece of this puzzle here. I left a bunch of furniture behind because it was just ratty, and I didn't see any point in bringing it. But when we finally determined that I was still officially under the care of my Virginia doctor. So she kept messing around until she finally got some medication that I was not able to get picked up before I left Virginia, sent over to me to a Walgreens in the next town over from where I live now. So when I went over there to get my medicine, I didn't have any beverage in my car, and I spotted a Salvation Army store that was open. So I thought, okay, let me go in here, see if I can find a chair or like a love seat or something to sit on. So when I went in, there was a pop machine. I'm in the Midwest, so it's pop now, not soda. And all I had was $5 bill. And the drinks were $1.75. And I'm like, how's this thing going to give me back change for a 5? It says it takes 5s. So I put the 5 in, and I got a quarter, and I got 3 $1 coins. So I did get some coins to show this week. There we go. We'll get him focused. I got an Abraham Lincoln dollar. Hi, SkyQuest. Hi, 7. So, oops. I'm going to make it a point from now on, if I see one of those drink machines like that. I don't know, but it gave, it made change for $5, and gave it to me in dandy dollar coins. Team Iowa. That's me. I'm from Iowa originally. I have, in my bathroom, I have a vintage Iowa Hawkeyes first aid kit. It's old. I'm originally from Muscatine. I am related to probably half of Muscatine in Louisa County. But this one doesn't want to focus very well. But yeah, I got 3 of them. And none of them did I already have. So that was pretty cool. So I did get some new coins this week. I got, where's my glasses? Oh, and for the first time ever, I've got my monitor sitting in the proper position where I don't have to wear my glasses. I've got James Monroe, Abraham Lincoln, and I can't read it. John Tyler. And then in my quarters, in the quarter, I got one I've been missing. I got my Eleanor Roosevelt. So that was a score for me. I got $3 coins I didn't have, and my Eleanor Roosevelt that I needed. So that was pretty cool. I had an aunt that was from Wellman. Yeah, well, most of my family on my dad's side were from Conesville, which is another one of those little melon growing towns. In fact, I was opening boxes today with a Conesville Watermelon Festival knife that has to be 50 years old. Oh my God! Doug Harding's here. Hi. Susie's here. Yep. Even combed my hair and put my teeth in. I did a test run last night with my new camera. I'm still working the bugs out, trying to figure out where I'm going to set it up when everything is for real. Right now my apartment is just a pile of boxes, but M3 got a new house, which you can't really see it, but this pile of boxes right here, back in the corner, you can see a little bit of blue. That's the top of M3's new kitty condominium, which is right by the balcony door, so he can look out, and he likes it. So we're starting to shape up, but I've been finding some funny things as I unpack. I wish I would find the box with all the rest of the stuff in it. But some of you guys may have seen this item before, but it's been packed away. And even though it is not metal detecting night, I'm going to show it anyway because it's still funny to me. And I got to figure out where I'm going to display this baby. But back in the year 2000, my brother bought a metal detector. Oh, wow, even Mark Thomas is here. Must like birthday cake. Yep. Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes. Anyway, back in the year 2000, my brother bought a metal detector. And he bought the little sniper coil that came with it. He got the whole package deal. And of course, you had to have pinpointers. That was the hot new thing in the year 2000. You had to have pinpointers. Now, I want y'all to see this pinpointer. I'm not turning it on because it'll go crazy. But every time I see it, I feel like I'm at the airport. This, in the year 2000, was your pinpointer. I kid you not, folks. Check this puppy out. I mean, it looks like a lethal weapon. Over here, you have, oh, now I got to put the glasses back on. You have your audio. I took the batteries out. And there's your off position. Oops, I keep moving the wrong way. And down here is, if you just don't want to make noise, you put it on vibrate. And then you've got your sensitivity adjustment over here. Yeah, doesn't it look like a weapon? He also got, at that time, a guaranteed for life digging tool. Now, it was made by a company called Gator, which, you know, he bought it in Florida, so that makes sense. But I had it after he gave all this stuff to me. I was using that, and I think I dug maybe 4 or 5 things with it, and I actually broke the guaranteed for life tool. So I thought, well, I'm gonna find out what Calico does when they are presented with a 20-year-old broken digging tool that is marked guaranteed for life, and the company is out of business, the company that made it. So I contacted Calico and sent them pictures and said, okay, what do you do in a case like this when the thing is like 20 something years old and it says guaranteed for life on it? What do you do? Whose life? Life of the company that made it? Life of the person that bought it? Life of the company that distributed it? Whose life? Well, I found out. Well, pretty much. Actually, Calico was very nice about it. They got a good laugh, as a matter of fact, and since the gentleman who was the vice president at Calico at the time knew what my detector was, which is a Nocta Simplex, he sent me one of their digging tools as a replacement. And I actually like it very much. But I still have the bent and broken one. And then not too long ago, my brother remodeled his office, and he found the fines apron and a hat and the instruction book and a bunch of little odds and ends that came with his detector back in the year 2000, and sent them all to me. So I have the whole thing. I have the detector. I have the sniper coil for the detector. I have the unbelievably dangerous looking pinpointer. So I have the whole package. I'm going to figure out somewhere to make a display in this place of metal detecting finds and metal detecting gizmos. So yesterday, for my birthday, um, I haven't, like I said, I haven't been feeling very well, but I have a rent a car. I used up all these points that I accumulated renting cars from getting ready to move up here. And I was renting like SUVs and trucks and different things to move stuff around. So I have a car for the week to try to run around and do things like get a new P.O. box and um, find a couple pieces of furniture. I need a chair and either a couch or a love seat, something for people to sit on, because all I have is an office chair and a folding chair. But for my birthday, I got to go to the Q farm and see my friend question mark that I have not seen for over 6 years. And matter of fact, the last year I saw him on my birthday, he had cleared out his whole garage area and made a dance floor. And I just went up there and danced with Q, which was a lot of fun. And hey, that's a good one. I'm in Michigan, baby. Let me see what else has happened. So anyway, Saturday morning, those of you who are familiar with Digging with Deej, Deej came over and took me down to pick up the rent-a-car, which I'm going to have for the whole week, so that I can do things like go look for my cameras in my storage unit. But anyway, when I went to Q's, I ended up bringing his laptop home with me because he got a brand new laptop, and I saw a couple programs on there that looked a little suspicious. So I'm going to clean it up for him and set up some shortcuts. And we may actually be doing a bit of metal detecting on his farm. So I'm trying to get all his computer issue fixed up for him. So anyway, like I said, I didn't get to really go, like, I got to go open a bank account because they don't have Wells Fargo in Michigan. Now, the whole time I lived here before, I still had my Wells Fargo account. I just opened another one on my About page. Did I not do that? Oh, dear. Well, why am I doing stupid things like that? I thought I did that. I know last night I told everybody don't use the P.O. box anymore. Let me see here. Run over to my About page real quick. and get myself into live chat. That would help. Let's go to view my channel. Oh, yeah, I guess I do need to go in there and get that out of there. Thank you for letting me know that that is messed up. I'm going to try to do it while I'm talking to y'all. But, view channel. How do I get in there to edit it? I'll have to figure it out. I need to go in there and edit that whole thing anyway. So. Wow, I got a lot of videos for somebody that's still not monetized. Oh my goodness. I can't figure out how to do it right now, so. Oh, I'll get in there later. I'll get in there later. Delbert, hi. Oh, I haven't done this for a while, so, and everything is set up different. Yes, I am so glad. I have a video and it's stuck on my other phone. When we crossed into Michigan, I made a video, but I used the wrong phone, and I can't find the transfer cable or the charger cable for that phone. I finally found it today, so I'm going to try to get my video out, but it's me being a smart ass in front of the Pure Michigan sign at the first rest area in the state when we were coming in. I am missing a couple of boxes. I mean, it was so crazy moving me in here. I want to do a shout out. Well, I'm going to do several shout outs here rather than like an actual coin show. This is just more of a birthday and update show. One of the first things that happened was the first day I was here. There's a grocery store 2 doors down from my building, which is very handy because I don't have a car right now. And Sir Benji took me over there, and I hit the Coinstar. And if you look at my channel under the shorts, you will see what I found in the Coinstar. And it was pretty awesome, actually. I found 4 coins from 3 different countries. And one of those countries, I had never seen a coin from that country ever. So y'all have to run over there and look at that. Let me see if I can get a link for it. But I thought that was a nice little welcome to Michigan. Was the first Coinstar I checked, I found 4 coins in, and they were all different. Well, it was 4 coins from 3 countries. There were 2 US coins, a Canadian coin, and I'm not going to tell you what the other one was. You're just going to have to go watch that short. Yeah, that was so much fun for me to walk in and find 4 coins in the coin star. It just, I wasn't expecting it. And so now every time he and I go in there, we're like trying to be the first one to get to the coin store. But so that was one of my adventures. But the moving me into this place was hysterical, because my apartment is on the 5th floor, and it's not set up very friendly for moving your items in, although they did have some great big rolling dollies. They were very awkward to use because they said they had a freight elevator. The freight elevator is maybe 6 or 7 inches wider than the regular elevator. And the cast of characters, especially on the last day, was most interesting. There was me, who, you know, I can barely move on a good day. Sir Benji, Digging with Deej, and Fleabag and his wife. His wife wasn't feeling too great, so we just kind of let her supervise, and she finally went out and took a nap in the car. I didn't even have a place for her to take a nap, you know, it was terrible. But the 4 of us managed to get all the stuff in here, but there was no rhyme or reason. And then there was a bunch of stuff that we left on the truck that I thought, the way we had loaded the truck, that everything that we left on the truck was supposed to go into the storage. But I ended up with a bunch of boxes here in the apartment that are marked storage. So I'm hoping the ones that I can't find that were supposed to be here are in the storage. So it does not matter how awful I feel tomorrow. I have to go to the storage. I have to go to the bank. There's a couple other places on my list. I got to go try and find, hi Greenwood. Got to go try and find something to sit on. And then Thursday. Now, I don't want to say somebody didn't look at a calendar, but first we got to notice that they're doing the annual inspection by Housing and Urban Development, and they're mostly looking for, is everything working, you know, like, is your sink leaking, or do your windows not open, you know, that kind of stuff. Good luck getting through here. Miss Deej came over the other night, and we moved a bunch of boxes around, so we made paths where they can get to the majority of things they need to look at. But I'm still hardly able to walk. They didn't figure out what I had at the hospital, and it's not getting any better. So I'm basically killing time until March 13th, hoping I don't keel over or fall or something, because that's when I get to see my first of many new doctors. But so we get the notice that they're having the inspection, and then it's on the 7th, from sometime starting at 9 o'clock. So then we get a notice the next day saying the exterminators are coming. Now, when I lived in Virginia, I had an exemption through the Americans with Disabilities Act because of my breathing issues. Can't breathe the chemicals in. So first, I got this big long list of all the things that you have to remove or do for the inspection on the 7th. Then on the 7th, same time slot, we have this unbelievable list of between 9 and 4. This is to advise you that representatives from blah, blah, blah pest control will enter your unit to do pest control on the following date, Thursday, March 7th. If you are not home, a technician will enter, and these are the words I am emphasizing are in bold and caps. And please complete the following by the date of treatment. Please plan on being out of your apartment along with your pets for at least 2 hours after the treatment. Clear off all kitchen counters and items stored under the kitchen sink. Clear off the top of the refrigerator so the tech can pull it out for inspection. Remove all sheets, covers, dust ruffles, comforters, pillows, or any other bedding covers from your mattress and box springs, including protective bed bug covers. That's a little scary. If not removed, a technician will remove them. Tenants must stay out of a treated area for a minimum of 4 hours. Well, the only way to get to the bathroom is to go through the bedroom, so every room is a treated area. Remove all personal items from furniture, couch, chairs for bed bug inspection. Now, this is a 10-story building. I don't have a car. A lot of people live here don't have cars, but a lot of them do have service animals and that kind of stuff. So I don't know where they think we're all going to go on March 7th, but my doctor in Virginia filed a request for an ADA exemption because of my autoimmune disorders and so forth. I can't breathe those fumes. They gag me and they make me really sick. So they're going to get that first thing in the morning, and they're probably not going to like it very much, but I'm not going to risk my health or M3s when I know when I lived in Virginia, they actually paid for a special spray for me to use in my apartment that was actually cheaper than this expensive stuff. And it has no odor and no harsh chemicals or anything in it. Never saw a bug of any kind ever in my apartment. So anyway, they sent the copy of all that paperwork today over to the office. So we'll see what they say about that. And just when you thought it couldn't get any funnier, okay, they've told you they're coming to inspect. Then they tell you you can't be there. You got to move all this stuff. You got to do all this, strip all the beds out. I haven't even put the stuff away yet. And I'm already having to move it again. But just to make it funnier, I don't know how many of you know what government commodities are. But basically, it is food that the government, the USDA, pays farmers if they have like excess food that they're not going to be able to sell at the regular market. They package it and give it to low income people, seniors, that kind of thing. And so once a month on the first Thursday of the month, they bring these boxes of food. They have like cheese and rice and oatmeal and, basic food things. Also scheduled on the same day as the inspection and the exterminator. So that happens between 9 and 11, and you're supposed to come down and pick up your box if you signed up for it. Where are you supposed to put that box? If you can't go in your apartment, what are you supposed to do with that box full of food? They've got all three of those things happening on the same morning. And I'm just like, oh, this is crazy. Welcome back to Michigan, home of brain freeze. I do love Michigan, though. Mike the Greek is in the house. So anyway, I spent today gathering up medical doodah things so that my previous physician of 4 years could respond to them, because my new one hasn't seen me yet. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. They pretty much cannot deny you if you file a request for reasonable accommodation, unless the request is not reasonable. Well, in mine, it's it's pretty cut and dry that it's a health issue, that I can't breathe that stuff because I had that blood clot that was in my lung, and I just can't breathe that kind of stuff. But also sorry, my allergies are driving me crazy. Also, there is an alternate way of handling it. There are sprays that are not toxic like that will do the same thing. And another thing, that if they're apparently 10 years ago, they had a problem with bed bugs in this building. And ever since then, they have been like hyper vigilant, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So, yeah, they've gone stupid. But another way of killing bed bugs is just to steam clean something. And for that purpose, I purchased a steamer when I lived in Virginia. And every time we change the linens, I steam the bed. I never had a bed bug problem ever. But it sounds like somebody did once upon a time, and these people have gone nuts. So, like I said, I don't have coins to share, but I shared a couple of these things last night on my test run, but I'm going to share them again. I got a package from Archaeology Mikey's mom, Patty. And it had the coolest thing in it. And I'm going to model it for you in a minute. But first, I'm going to show you. She sent me one of his memorial service cards. Now, most people in their memorial service cards, they have Bible quotes or whatever, and I'm guessing he may have been Catholic because it was officiated by Father Francis Uma, Ouma. But rather than Bible verses, this will show you our Mikey. Mikey has in his the lyrics for a song called Smile by Uncle Cracker. Now, how cool is that? That is so cool. And then on the back, it has the info about all of his hobbies and things that he liked. And then her sister at Christmas made these for, I'm guessing, the way it sounded, everybody in the family got one. And so I am really honored because I was not in his family. But she made these scarves. But they're not just any scarf. Up here, well, they have their Christmas tag on. But each scarf was different. And each scarf has things on it that were important to Mikey. There's a cat that looks like his Lily. I'm not doing a very good job here with this camera. And there's the world famous Mikey cheeseburger and a coin. So how cool is that? It has all Mikey's favorite things on it. So when I wear it, I have a little Mikey traveling along with me. There he is up in the corner. But I just thought that was so cool. He's got Lily the cat, it's got Mikey's cheeseburger and a coin. And the knit part is absolutely gorgeous. So I got my Mikey scarf. Yep. Thank you, Patty. Oh, was it an Episcopalian? I did not get to watch it until after it started, but it could well have been an Episcopalian priest. But yeah, his mom sent this to me. Right, and I got it right after I got here. So I thought that was a very nice gesture, but I cracked up when I saw that he had Uncle Cracker lyrics in his memorial printout. So, yep, got my thing. And right before I moved, I got a couple other knitted items that I don't know if I showed or not. I'm going to find a place of honor for this. It's just so beautiful. And I just love the cheeseburger. I just love that the cheeseburger made it. So, anybody seen Miss Crawford tonight? Because right before I moved, she sent me a knitted duck from a duck race and sent me a headband that I'm not going to be able to put on right now, but it goes across your ears, keeps your ears warm and holds your hair down, which I needed. I was going to sew a flower on it to make it a little bit smaller, but I decided instead I got a whole bunch of pins and I'm just going to change the pins. Put different things on there. Kind of got inspired by the Mikey scarf. So anyway, I got that stuff. and a very nice thank you card from Mikey's family. So it's been busy, and I've been trying to get everything put away, but it's hard when you can't walk to unpack boxes and put them away. And then I was missing chunks of furniture, but it's slowly getting there. And for my birthday, what did I get for my birthday? Well, I bought myself the webcam since I couldn't find the camera, and I got my deposit back from the electric company. And then from my brother and his wife, I got a new coffee pot because I left my piece of junk one down in Virginia. It was in sad shape. And I had to get a new microwave because 3 days before we went to move my stuff up, the microwave quit working. So, but I'm real happy with my free cabinet that I got today. That was really cool because it will hold. I have a lot of dishes that belong to my mom, my grandmother, my great grandmother, and there's room for all of those plus a whole bunch of other stuff in that cabinet. So we're slowly working on it. Oh, and I got somewhere I got another tripod. So eventually all this junk back here will get put away. It's not as bad as it looks because under the pile of boxes are two big plastic tubs that most of what is in them has to stay there. I have found part of my coin collection, but not all of it. So, like I said, tomorrow is going to be an investigative day where I gotta go look. I do not have anything for the Patreon drawing for last month yet. So I think I'm going to go by that coin shop that Sir Benji showed me and pick up a little something, something, because I don't know where anything is. So that's going to happen next week instead of this week. After I get off here, I got to go try and dig through all the eBay listed boxes from my eBay store because I got an offer on a couple of things. A pair of shoes and a record. So you gotta still work on that. And don't know where Kevin is. He's the one that usually does all these Nightbot things for donations and that kind of stuff. He was in my test run last night. Yeah, do not send to P.O. Box in Galax. I'll have to get in there and fix that. So I'm just doing myself tonight. Oops. I messed that one up. That's why I need my helpers. Try that one again. I don't know if that works. I don't know what works anymore. So anyway, hi Paula. So anyway, it was kind of an uneventful birthday, but I did get this camera, which I think does have a little bit clearer sound. At least that's what I was told last night, that my sound. Thank you, Mark. You created them. Oh goodness. There we go. I knew it's something like that there. Yeah, last night I had to have a big long discussion about monitors. I don't mean like monitors. I meant moderators. Uh, I had somebody that felt like I was favoring one more than the other, and I was trying to explain all my moderators have different functions that they do. Nobody is any more or less important than the other. Mark went in and set up all my commands in my Nightbot, and he knows all of that stuff. And Kevin Katowski also, he keeps the commands getting posted. And James Eller is really good at getting links to people's sites. You know, like we'll be talking about something and I'll say, you know, somebody grab the link to Sir Benji or Digging with Deej or Mark Thomas, grab the links. And James Eller's really good at that. Yeah, sure, Patty. No problem. Send it over. And so every moderator has a different function. Mikey's function was he knew a ton about coins. And before I could look something up, he could tell you how many of that coin was made and where they were minted and what the errors were and just all these things. I've got a couple other moderators that their purpose is bonking trolls on the head and throwing them out. But nobody is any more important than any of the other ones. You know, if somebody thinks I'm playing favorites, I'm sorry, I'm really not. I selected my moderators by several different criteria, including do they show up for the live stream. I have a couple of moderators that I know why they don't show up. And it usually is related to either their work or their own channel. You know, they've got stuff to do. But I keep them as moderators because when I have something big, which I've done for a while, but you need people covering all those different things. Like There's channels that I go on, they have certain designated moderators that count down their auctions. That's all that moderator does, is the auction stuff. So if anybody's feelings are hurt that they're not a moderator, or that they think they're not getting enough duties as a moderator, it's not that way. I just picked people with different sets of talent so that there wouldn't be a hole in whatever's going on in the stream. Let me know when you've sent it, Patty. Go look. Da-de-da-de-da. Oh, I gotta go in a different mail for that. That's it. I'll be right back, folks. I'm waiting for something from Patty. Oops. And I got something from a channel and didn't send my address, so I got to do that too before I forget. Oops. Boy, I'm rusty when it comes to the computer. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Miss Patty's found. Whoa, that is cool. Let me bring this up. Patty found the coolest ring, metal detecting. Let me get on there because that's awesome. Share screen. Da, 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 da. I may hit the wrong one here. Nope, I got the right one. Check this out, guys. This is about a cool ring. Get us. That is awesome. I'm trying to see if I can bring it up. And it is definitely sterling. That's awesome. That is really, really cool. I need to return that to sterling. You know what's really funny about that, Marcus? A friend of mine's girlfriend had a son whose name was Sterling. Maybe we can return it to him. But yeah, that's beautiful. That's really cool. Hey, Shelby, thank you. Yeah, that's a nice find. If it had not been so windy today, half of Michigan would have been out metal detecting. I can't go right now because I can't walk. I'm having to use a walker and But it was beautiful, except it was a little windy. But yeah, that's really nice, Patty. Good job. Well, the funny part, they don't know what's wrong with me. If you go back and watch the beginning of this stream, you'll see how stupid it was. Yeah, that's great. I'm probably going to show that again on Wednesday. And I have some that you sent me before that I didn't get to do the Wednesday show. So I'm going to well, I am moved. You can see by the background. Got a way to go on the unpacking part. But I thought this was like a pulled muscle because it started acting up a couple of days after we offloaded everything. But the hospital says no, and they also say it's not a variety of things. They've said that it's not. I may go back to the ER again at a different time where I get a different set of people and take this diagnosis with me because there's something definitely wrong. I've been like this for almost a month. Over 3 weeks anyway. Well, about 3 weeks because I moved in on the 6th. And today's the 4th. But we didn't finish moving me in until like the 9th. So I guess about the 10th of the month, I start having this pain of unknown origin. So, and like I said, if you watch the beginning of this video, you'll see where I showed the paperwork saying what they did not diagnose. What's this quarter? A couple other Coinstar finds. This is a Canadian, I believe. Yeah. I'm still playing with the camera. I want to see at what point does it auto focus. And I've still got to put my lighting up. I mean, I ideally need to find my other cameras and this microscope stuff. But there's a Canadian quarter I pulled. And what is this up here? This looks like a Canadian dime. Yeah. But still, my favorite find so far in Michigan is in that short video. Where I got a coin from a country I never had one before, so that's kind of cool. Sorry I don't have any coins because I haven't been to the coinage place yet, but I'm going there tomorrow. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll try to get back on track. And I've got to start. I can't really do anything till after the 13th. I have to see the primary care, the new primary care, and then once I've done that and we've started familiarizing them, then I've got to get my appointment started with uh, the IgG4 specialist down in Ann Arbor. No, I have not, Doug, but at the end of the week, before I take this rental back, I'm going to go to a couple of the ones that I have seen. Right, I live on kind of a main road, and I've seen 3 or 4 car washes. And so I'm going to go to wash and vacuum the car, but I'm going to go and look and see if they have tokens or quarters, because I want one that has quarters. So towards the end of the week, I'll be on that hunt. I think I might have better luck if I'm a little further north of here, where there's a couple of smaller towns. I've noticed that the smaller towns tend to have the older car washes that take quarters. So I'm going to investigate that before I take the car back. And if not, I'm going to talk to Sir Benji about what banks will give me rolls of quarters. Yeah, there's a laundromat right next door. I mean, the laundry in our building does not take quarters. We have to go put a card in and put money on the card. But right next door is a huge laundromat. So if I have to switch from car wash quarters to laundromat quarters, we're still going to be searching coins from the wild. Yeah, I do that. And you want to hear a funny story about that? I went down to do my laundry the other day, and I'm usually real good about checking the rim inside the washers and in the dryers. And I didn't, for whatever reason. I guess I wasn't feeling well. And the next time I went down to do my laundry, there's a metal magazine rack in there. And hanging from the rack, now this isn't the same one, but hanging from the rack was an earring. And it was one of my handmade earrings from Christmas. Somebody nicely had found it in one of the machines. I guess I picked it up off the floor and stuck it in my pocket. And I just hung it up on the thing. So I got my earring back. So yeah, I wish we had change machines, but I'm going to go next door and see what they have in there. But I saw within a mile or so 2 or 3 car washes. So I'm going to check all them and a couple of other ones between here and my friend Q's farm, and see if I can find one that is doing quarters. My big thing now is trying to not have to do that extermination thing on Thursday, because M is not going to be happy if I have to put him in his cage and go sit up at the farm for 4 or 5 hours and then come back and somebody is gonna. I don't have home help yet. Yeah, I'm still waiting for all of my special stuff to kick in. So I would have to come back and wipe everything off to make sure it doesn't have a layer of poison on it. And I'm not up to do that. I'm just not. And I'm 71 now. I'm older than the dirt I dig in. So I've been concentrating all day on trying to get out of that deal. And so today was kind of a lost day. I did run up to a Goodwill that I remembered going to before. And because I was looking for furniture and they didn't have hardly any. And I went into a Salvation Army yesterday and they didn't have hardly any furniture. So I may end up buying new stuff, which I really can't afford, but you got to do what you got to do. I got nothing for people to sit on. The other night I was sitting on a wooden chair. Deej was sitting on my office chair. That was about it. That's all we had. Yep, that's it, Shelby. And if you just find a silver, or in my case, if I find a W mint mark, I'm happy. And one time at the car wash, I found a French coin that was about the size of a quarter that was rolled up in, it came out of the change thing. I have found some real interesting coins. But my new discovery was the pop machine in the Salvation Army that took $5 bills and gave $1 coins in change. So that was really cool because my soda was $1.75 and I ended up getting 3 presidential dollars and an Eleanor Roosevelt quarter. So I was real happy with that. That was the best bottle of Werner's I ever drank. And I just bought it because I needed to take some medicine. Furby! Tina! How you doing, sweet pea? Oh, I'm glad to see my Tina. So yeah, that was pretty good score out of that pop machine. 3 $1 presidents and a president's wife. So anyway, I can't sit too much longer because I've been on here longer than I was going to. Paula. You guys, what she said. So anyway, I'm still looking for the camera equipment. As far as I can tell, my TVs and I haven't even told you guys. I'm gonna have to make a whole separate video about trying to get my internet working. Yep, 14 days and 114 people at Xfinity I had to talk to before I finally got internet. But my computer survived. I don't know about the older computer that I was still taking stuff off of. I just found it when Deej was over the other night, and I haven't got it hooked up yet. But the new computer survived. The printer survived. My TVs survived. My turntable survived. As far as I can tell, um, yeah, I've been watching those, Shelby, trying to. I was actually looking for a curio cabinet or like a china cabinet, and I got one for free today. Somebody was going to throw it out. I'm going to mess up my camera, but see the brown carrot cabinet back there. I got that for free. It was coming off the elevator, and the lady that was talking to the young man that was moving it said, "I don't care what you do with it. I don't even know how you're going to get rid of that." Well, it just happens to match my very 50s, 40s, and 50s bedroom furniture and some other shelves I have in a cabinet. And it will hold a whole bunch of stuff. I just got some dishes sitting in it for right now. But I mean, all that was wrong with it was they had knocked one of these little pieces of the little wood strips off. Oops. And right now I've got some wood glue on it and a piece of tape, and we'll just let it sit there overnight and do what it needs to do. Oops. I still haven't got my all my stuff set up because I'm still looking for the other cameras. But yeah, that thing is beautiful, and there's so much space in it. It's got those big glass doors, which is what I wanted. Then there's a drawer and a big cabinet space at the bottom. So I had a whole stack of boxes sitting in the middle of the kitchen, and now I have places to empty those. So I've gotten rid of 3 of them already, and I'm happy that, yeah, it has some scratches on it, but nothing that I can't hit with a little old English scratch cover and some of those furniture markers. You know, it's very solid, and the glass isn't broken, so I'm happy to have it. It fits right in with me. So that was kind of a birthday gift that I wasn't expecting. And let me see, what else did I get for my birthday? Well, like I said, I got to use the rent-a-car. I got to see my friend Q for the first time in over 6 years. I was so happy about that. I got a new coffee maker. I got a new microwave. I got some cash from Kevin K. Put something in my coffee fund. That was good. One thing I didn't get, though, I didn't have any birthday cake this year. What the heck? No birthday cake? What was I thinking? And the other thing that I wanted that I didn't get, I wanted a coney dog, and I didn't get my coney either. So, but it's all right. There's a bazillion coney shops. People down south don't know what they're missing. Coney dogs. Oh my God. Ah, Patty loaded me up on cake there. There we go. I'm good now, Patty. You got me covered. So anyway, I'm gonna go, and because like I said, I got a couple of eBay orders. I got to finish Q's computer, and I'm tired. Oh, I haven't even taken my meds yet, so got to do all those things. If you have not hit the like button, please, please do. We checked last night and I was back down to 1,500 watch hours, um, which you need 3,000 to monetize. So go pick out, I'm going to get a link here. To see how many videos are in this. Okay. I'm trying to get a link. Yeah, here's one. Yeah. I am so happy to be out of Virginia. You have no idea how badly I disliked that place. The only thing that I liked there was my primary care. My primary care and her husband were absolutely awesome. I wish I could have brought them with me because they kept me alive. I should have been gone, truly. And they're still helping me now because I do not have my first appointment with my new primary care until the 13th of this month, which is fortunately only a block up the street. So no more 2-hour rides to the doctor. That makes me really happy. Even to go down to U of M is only about an hour. And that's for like this special thing for the IgG4. Oh yeah, I feel like I've been set free because where I was, there was no public transportation. I couldn't go shopping. I couldn't go if I wanted to go somewhere to eat. I couldn't do anything. I was locked in to that building, and it felt like I was in jail. Now, this building, first of all, they have activities, but they also have several different transit things that come here. Randy Sir Benji took me over to get my transit card, so I only have to pay like I think it's $250 or $275 for a ride. And I don't have to get transfers or pay any extra for that. So yeah, I'm a social person, and being locked in that building, it wasn't literally locked, but I was just stuck there. Once my car died, I couldn't do a dang thing. There was no bus, there was no Uber, there was no taxi. They're just, I see buses all day long come up here. And one of them is one I used to use all the time. You do have to reserve it in advance. It's called Your Ride. And if I can't climb the steps on the bus, I just roll out there with my walker and they assist me onto the ramp and lift me up onto the bus, and away I go. But yeah, I've been missing Michigan really bad because I was on my way back here when I got sick and got stuck down there. I am so less stressed. So I can almost see me going back to the early days of my shows when the pizza guy and Big Country used to call me the Betty White of the coin community. There's Kevin. Where you been, honey? Thank you for the coffee money. Oh, my sinuses, the wind was blowing like crazy today. And I've been moving a lot of stuff around, so I'm going to have to take some allergy med. My cat told me I should not trust people. That's funny. Mine told me the same thing. But then he decided that he likes Sir Benji because Sir Benji came over and built him a new kitty condominium. So now that's his friend. And the fact that he also has cats. So I met one of his cats. The other one didn't seem to be interested in me. Didn't want to visit with me at all. Yeah, maybe his mind was changed. Oh my goodness. My cat, yep, M3, he's a piece of work. I confused him today. I had to, I realized that where we had put his condo was at the wrong end of this big balcony sliding door. I had put it over here, and that's where the handle for the door is. So I had to move it today. It's back here now at the other end. Well, I did it while he was asleep in the bed. So when he woke up, he came out to get on his kitty condo, and it had moved to the other side of the room. And he cussed me out. He said, and I'm like, dude, what's your problem? And then I realized he was mad because I moved his house. But that was one of the things on the safety list, was you couldn't have anything blocking the handle for the balcony door. Like, what I don't get, it's like they're saying, well, you can't block that door for safety reasons. Hey, I'm on the 5th floor, dude. You think I'm going to go out? If there's a fire, I'm going to go out on the 5th floor balcony and jump off or something? I suppose maybe they could reach up with a bucket or something, but I don't know how the heck I'd get in it. They're going to have to come up and put a harness on me or something. By then the building would already be toast. What is all that? Cake and balloons and all kinds of groovy things. Look what Doug Harding gave me. Yeah, Shelby, it does. I am going to try to get a car. What I have done for right now, so that I don't lose the time that I've had insurance, because if you completely cancel your insurance and then a couple of years later you go back and try to get car insurance, they charge the daylights out of you. So I found out Michigan has a thing called non-owners insurance, which covers you to drive somebody else's car or a rental car or a leased vehicle or whatever. So I have switched my account to that for right now. And also that way I got to keep the discount on my renter's insurance. So I am so I am going to be looking for another car at some point, but right now, number one, I don't have time, and number two, I don't have the money. Or a neutered one. Neutered ones are real bad, Paula. How dare you take me down to the vet and do that? Oh, yeah, that's another thing on the list this week. I got to take M3 to the vet, and he ain't going to like it. Nope. Not at all. Yeah, I like that. Doug's buttered me up so he can make sure he gets his items. Well, I've still got one sitting here, but it's not for Doug. I did the dumbest thing ever. I had one person that I didn't get their address. And so I put the word out that if anybody saw Dog Star Blazer, to please tell him to send me his address because he has a prize sitting here. Well, he eventually got the message, but he sent it to me like in the response to one of the things on my community forum or something. It's not in my email. So I still can't send his package. So if anybody sees Doug Star or Dog Star Blazer, please tell him to send me his email or his regular mail in my email so I can find it. So that's the only package. But yeah, I think I set a world's record on getting Doug Harding's package to him. He did finally get it, though. He did. I promise. At least according to the tracking number. It says he got it. But yeah, it took me quite a while to do that. There's Leanne. Hi, Leanne. I was talking about my headband earlier, and I decided I'm not going to put a flower on it. I realized in my jewelry box I have a whole bunch of different pins, and I don't really wear pins that much anymore, but I'm going to put pins on it instead to tighten it up, and that way I can change the look of it. Oh, thank you. They're one of my creations. Little skulls with little orb things on them. But the colors went well together. So, yep. I'm actually over the not wanting to be on the camera anymore thing. I kind of took some inspiration from, I don't know how many of you know who Pammy Jones. Pammy has a lot of health issues, and sometimes she won't be on for a long time, and then she'll pop up, and her attitude now is, I don't care. Do I have cheeseburger charms for earrings? I don't, but I should look for some. That would be a good tribute. I have the ducks, but I don't have any cheeseburgers. But somebody probably makes them. That would be a good tribute to Mikey. And people like cheeseburgers. Yeah, they do. I had one for lunch a couple of days ago. Wasn't too bad. Except they put lettuce on it, and I wasn't crazy. I think the lettuce was still left over from somebody else's lettuce. Had children tender charms. That's going to be the one. I have got to go back and find that video and make a short out of that. Because that was one of the funniest things that ever happened in the channel with anybody, but especially because it was Mikey. and he was such a good sport about it. We ragged on him for a year about that children tenders thing. And his mom thought it was hysterically funny. So, yeah, everybody misses Mikey. He was so much fun. Like I said, who else but Mikey, instead of having quotes from the Bible in their funeral memorial card, Mikey's got the lyrics from an Uncle Cracker song. Yeah, I mean, Mikey was just, he was something. That's why I keep him up there in the corner. That's our Mikey. For those of you who never knew what he looked like, that's our Mikey. That's who that character up there is. I have got to go because I was going to make this a short show, and I've been on here since 6. And I really got to get up and take my meds and find this pair of shoes that somebody sent me an offer on eBay, and figure out how to make a sound bite from my turntable, which does not have a USB port. It does have Bluetooth, but yeah, I got a couple of them, Doug. I'm just trying to. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Anyway, I got to figure out how to do this sound bite thing without my turntable having a USB, because a guy is interested in a record I have for sale, and it's like $200 record. So I got to figure out how to do it, because I could use that $200 to go in my car fund. All right, everybody. I should be back Wednesday, same time. And hopefully by then I will have found the other cameras and the microscope stuff. Ah, my sinuses drive me crazy. So we'll see what happens. You just have to tune in Wednesday night and see what develops. I appreciate all the birthday wishes. And let me see if I still have this. Yeah. Here's a link to one of my yeah, playlist. And we'll see if we can get some hours built up. There's 30 videos in that playlist as far as I can remember. So there you go. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Have a good evening. I don't know how to play it on YouTube. I haven't found anybody that has that record posted. It's so rare that it's not up there. I know one guy that may have a recording of it, and I'm going to email him. But yeah, it's not even, it's so rare it's not even on eBay. I mean, on YouTube. Believe me, I have searched. It would have been a whole lot easier. Yeah, playlist. Yeah, maybe. That's kind of what I've been thinking is it's just he's not familiar with the band, but he's familiar with a band that some of the members of this one was later in, and so that's why he's interested in that record. One of my good friends actually wrote it, and I messaged to her to see if she had a recording of it, and she doesn't even have a copy of the record. She said she had one left and she gave it to her son because she was moving around so much she was afraid it would get broken or lost. So she's going to check with her son and see if he has the capability of doing it. But yeah, I may have to do it that way, just so the guy can hear it. The guy's in Italy, but some of the members of this band later went on to be in a band that backed Roger McGuinn from the Byrds, and they were on Jay Leno, and I mean they did okay for a bunch of Tampa boys, but this original record is so rare that I mean I've searched every record collecting. I've never even found a listing for it before. So that's on my list of things to do tomorrow. I forgot to ask my brother. But anyway, I see y'all Wednesday. I got a jam-packed week and done spent all my extra money. I didn't have any real extra money, but I did get the new camera out of my utility deposit return so that I could get back online because I still haven't found the box. We'll see what happens Wednesday. If you come back and you see a microscope working and more than one camera, you'll know I found the box in the storage. See y'all later. Bye, everybody.